Hello. Well, I thought it'd be good for us to go over the syllabus, and so here's a nice video. Well, I don't know about nice, but here's a video to look at the main features. You can look at more, of course, on your own. This is Math 2304 for Spring 2020. That's experimental statistics. I'm Scott Dillery, and there's my email address, dillerys@lindsay.edu. Of course, you can do that through Blackboard as well. That is probably the best way to get a hold of me. Office hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 9. Now Tuesday, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30, and then right before our class. Our class meets at 3 o'clock, I think, or 3:15. And so we've got office hours here right before that, and and so that might be the time when many of you might come by. But other than that, you can just send me an email. I'm around most of the time. Send me an email and let me know when you might want to come by, and I'll make sure I'm here if we can do that. And so you know, I think I'm pretty available. Just let me know. Course description, required text. This is on Blackboard, Introductory Statistics and Randomization with Simulation, first edition. It's free if you just use the PDF online. You can download the PDF. And it is, again, it's linked off of Blackboard, so you can find it there. You are going to want a spreadsheet. Most of the stuff we do, you probably want Excel or OpenOffice Calc. I use LibreOffice, which is pretty close to OpenOffice Calc. The spreadsheet commands are pretty much the same. They're very, very close in all spreadsheets. If you have a Mac, things can change a little bit within Excel. Sometimes instead of commas you need semicolons and so forth. Google Sheets, they're pretty good. There have been in the past some things Google Sheets couldn't do, but most everything we do I think you'll be able to do with Google Sheets. But I'd still suggest either the Microsoft Excel or the OpenOffice Calc. Now that I think about it, there is you can download Microsoft Excel, the newest version, if you're a Lindsay student. And so I'll try to remember to get that link as to where you download Excel if you would like to get that for your machine and don't have it. Of course, all the computers on campus, they have Microsoft Excel on it. You know, some sort of spreadsheet. We've got objectives, learning outcomes. This is the part you really care about generally. You know, how's your grade determined? Well, you know, in one way your grade's determined by you know, learning stuff. So that's the real important part. But I've really gone to a project-based format, and so what we'll have is these Blackboard discussions, 10%. You'll have quizzes, hopefully about 7 quizzes, totaling 20% of your grade. Lesson projects will be 50%, so there's the bulk of your grade, and then a final project that you'll actually have to present. So there's another 20%. And now the big thing is there is a grade book in Blackboard, and I can put raw scores in it, but never ever believe what it says your overall grade is. So if I skip down here, right, if your percentage is 90 to 100, you get an A at the end of the semester, 87 to 90 an A minus, and so forth. So you know, that's how it'll work at the end of the semester. But notice it's a weighted average. Well, Blackboard is not going to weight the things that I put in, and so it will be wrong. So for instance, your quizzes may be all sorts of different point values. Discussions will typically be out of 20 points. But say you had a quiz that was 10 points, well, according to Blackboard, then the discussion would be worth twice as much as the quiz, but it's actually just the opposite, right? The quizzes are 20%, the discussions are 10%, so you can't go by raw points, okay? And that's what I mean. Blackboard's points will not tell you your overall grade. If you need to know that, send me an email. Okay, discussions, so we'll have those with each module, and you will pick one of the possible prompts, address it with 250 words, not a lot fewer than 250, not a lot more than 250, but right around 250 words, and you will add to those discussion items. Quizzes, again, there will be hopefully 7 quizzes, 1 for each of the first 7 modules. They'll be on all the course material. They can cover things from the discussions, from the projects, and from the homework. You will be assigned homework out of the textbook, but it is not turned in for a grade. But the quizzes will have some problems similar to homework on them. Projects, again, hopefully we'll have 7 of those, 1 for each of the first 7 modules. And these, the first few will be very guided. It'll almost be pretty much you just do what it says to do as far as keystrokes in things like Excel and so forth, and then you write it up, and even the first couple, I'll tell you pretty much what you need to write up, but then they'll get more and more independent as we go. You'll have those projects to turn in, and then the final project at the end of the semester, and you will do that presentation during the final exam time. So here are the course topics, and notice it's every couple of weeks we do a module within Blackboard. So we're going to have 7 modules within Blackboard that are from the chapters, and the 8th module will be about the final project. And you'll get more about the final project relatively soon. But notice the modules start out just matching up to the chapters until we get to module 6 and 7, and the 2 of those actually are both from chapter 6. And let's see, what else? Anything else about that? Well, yeah, notice it's 2 weeks. Most everything will be due at the end of the 2 weeks. So we're starting classes here on a Tuesday, but I'll actually make the date Sundays, I think. And so things will be due Sunday night at the end of the 2 weeks. So whatever that date is for the first one, let's see, yesterday was the 12th. So the 26th will be when everything is due. Now the one exception to that is the discussions. Your post for the discussion, I like to have you have that done by, say, Thursday of that second week to give other people time to reply, and you to have time to reply to other people's posts. So that's the main stuff. Here are important dates, and the college policies are in a separate file. Those are the policies that every course follows, and you can look that up again. The link is there on Blackboard. So that's the syllabus. You know, look it over. If you have any questions, you can just shoot me an email, ask me in class kind of things. But again, this first week we're out, so you can just shoot me an email on that.